Pour réussir à adapter un comic book, il est essentiel de choisir un acteur qui a l'étoffe du héros. George Clooney pour Batman, erreur de casting. Tobey Maguire pour Spider-Man, parfait. Dans le cas de Tony Stark, alias Iron Man, Jon Favreau n'aurait pu rêver mieux que Robert Downey Jr.
Since a young age, he's been very famous, and Tony Stark is somebody who grew up in front of the cameras and in the news, in the comic books. So it was great for me to have somebody who understood what that reality was.
I had a lifetime of experiences, some of them horrific, some of them wonderful. And I tried to bring it all to bear for the kids.
Pour bien comprendre ce coup de génie de la distribution, rappel de la BD.
Il a un côté un peu plus à l'aise, un peu moins serré, coincé que Batman par exemple. Dès le premier numéro, on le voit assez régulièrement en train d'aller au bras de pas mal de nanas, voilà, en train de sortir. Il va faire des petits tours à Monte-Carlo. Parce que le film, ça va plutôt être proche de la version qu'on voit dans Ultimate, c'est-à-dire pas complètement alcoolo comme ça peut être le cas à un moment. C'est sûr que le choix de Robert Downey Jr. pour le rôle, ça colle bien parce qu'au niveau du physique, il a le look, il peut faire le beau gosse, à sortir avec 3-4 nanas à ses bras, lancer les dés à Las Vegas.
Cela dit, il y a eu du travail.
Like for instance, the day that we were shooting the convoy scene, I'd gotten the part based on screen testing with that scene. When we went to shoot it that day, I wasn't good, I wasn't funny, I wasn't charming, and I knew it and John knew it, and we're riding around this Humvee, and so I pick up the walkie-talkie and I go, John, I suck. He goes, that's affirmative. And I say, what do I do? And he goes, beef it up, need some funny stuff? I go, yeah, and he started giving me lines to say. So he basically, sometimes he wouldn't know quite what to do, how to make a scene work, and I would carry him. Often as not, I would be in the middle of something and I'd have like a helmet on or this, and I'd be just so wasted. And we have to do this really important scene, and he would carry me.
Et pour ceux qui n'auraient pas compris l'humour de Robbie le robot, pot pourri de bons mots.
Does that mean something in French? What does Favreau mean?
Favreau. Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So his name in French is John Nothing. I'm going to tell him that. I'm going to tell him that when he gives me shit on the set next time. What does Downey mean in French?
Not much either.
Not much. So I'm Robert Not Much and he's John Nothing.
Exactly.
That'll keep us humble.
Fin de la parenthèse.
Did you do the...
On avait dit fin de la parenthèse. Pour finir, Robert, tu préfères l'armure d'Iron Man ou le costume de Tony Stark?
I don't like wearing either. I'm hoping that if we do a sequel, that Iron Man does most of his work in pajamas. Like Hugh Hefner.
Ah bah d'ailleurs, il y aurait une suite en pyjama, non?
Oh yeah, sure. There's a lot that Tony Stark has to offer that we haven't even explored yet. There's alcoholism. There's War Machine, which is what Terrence Howard becomes another hero in his own right. He gets his own armored suit. That's called War Machine. There's the character of the Mandarin, which is the big supervillain behind the scenes that doesn't really enter into this one except sort of obliquely.
Bon allez, c'était pas trop nul quand même.
This is better than this other horse shit I've been doing all day.
Really?
Yep.
Iron Man.